Hello my dear students, I am Divyam and I am welcoming you all in another video. In this video, we are going to see the usage of N, iso, sec, tert and quaternary. We use these prefixes when we give the name to the hydrocarbon. So let's start from the very beginning. When there is primary carbon, secondary carbon, tertiary carbon and quaternary carbon. Here, I have written one example here. Let's say it's a straight chain and have 3 carbon in it. This carbon is attached to one carbon only. So this carbon is what? Primary. Same as this carbon is also bonded with only one carbon. So this carbon is also primary. But here you can see this middle carbon is bonded with 2 carbon. That's why I have written here 2 carbon. So this carbon is secondary. The name of this alkane is propane. Prop we use for 3 number of carbon and ane because it's an alkane having only single bond in it. If I remove one hydrogen from here, or you can say here, so this complete propane will convert in propyl, alkyl group, and we write it like this, R dash. All right, let's say we have another example having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. Okay, and same as I am not balancing here the carbons because we need to focus on the primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary carbon. So again, this carbon is bonded to one carbon, so I will write this as primary. This carbon is also bonded to only one carbon, so this carbon is also primary. Same as this is also primary. Here this carbon is bonded to 2 carbon, so this carbon is secondary, and this carbon is bonded to 1, 2 and 3 carbons, so this carbon is what? Tertiary. Okay. Like this. If we have this chain, so again this carbon is primary, 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 primary. This carbon bonded to 2 carbon, so this carbon is what? Secondary. Here this carbon is bonded to 3 carbon, 1, 2 and 3, so this carbon is tertiary. But this carbon is bonded to 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbon, so this carbon is what? Quaternary. Like a chain attached to the alkyl group. It's another example. An alkyl group attached to a chain. So here you can see that this carbon is primary carbon. So if any group, alkyl group attached to the primary carbon, so the name will be N-propyl. Okay, and if any functional group is attached to the primary carbon, so the name of this compound will be N-propyl alcohol. Depending on the name of the functional group, we write the complete name like this, N-propyl alcohol. If only an alkyl group attached to a chain, so the name will be N-propyl, or if any functional group is adding, so the name will be N-propyl alcohol. All right, let's have another example. If we have a chain of 3 carbon, an alkyl group attached to the secondary carbon, so the name of this group will be isopropyl. Okay, because this carbon is what? Secondary, and we use prefix iso if an alkyl group attached to a chain. If a functional group attached to the secondary carbon, So the name will be sec propyl alcohol. Okay, sec propyl alcohol. Now let's have another example. These two carbon, the 1, 2, 3 are what? Primary, and this carbon is tertiary. And if an alkyl group is attached here, the name will be tert butyl, because 4 carbons are here. Same as if any functional group attaches here, so the name will be tert butyl alcohol. Okay. And if we have a chain like this, an alkyl group attaches here. So as you know, this carbon is what? This carbon is primary. Yes, this is quaternary. This is primary. But what happens? We treat it as a spherical and we name it as neopentyl, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. And same as if OH group attached to the quaternary carbon, so the name is neopentyl alcohol. The very first thing you need to revise is, if a carbon is attached to only one carbon, then that carbon is primary. If the carbon is attached to the 2 carbon, then it's a secondary one. And if the carbon is attached to 3 carbon, 1, 2, 3, so this is tertiary. And if the carbon is attached to the 4 carbon, then that carbon is quaternary carbon. If we remove one hydrogen from here, the group converted into alkyl group. And if alkyl group is attached to a chain, means if alkyl group attached to the primary carbon, so the prefix we use as N. N means normal. So the normal propyl, N propyl. If any functional group attaches here to the normal primary carbon, so the name is N propyl alcohol. If the alkyl group attached to the secondary carbon, the name is isopropyl. If functional group attaches here, so secondary propyl alcohol. Same as if this alkyl group attached to the tertiary carbon, so the name is tert butyl. If this functional group attaches to the tertiary carbon, then the name is tert butyl alcohol. And the last but not the least, if there is a quaternary carbon and alkyl group attached to that carbon, we treat it as a spherical and we name it as neopentyl and neopentyl alcohol. This is all about the today's topic. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much and keep watching.